Hi everybody, Tracy Brown here. I actually had to do this video from a cool place in the house because it is hot and sitting outside today was just not going to work. So tried to find a wall with the least amount of distractions on it to talk to you all today. This video feels really important to me around the idea of going to our meals as if we were having guests over. And why that feels so important to me is that I know I've had this habit, and I think I fall into it to this day, even occasionally, of feeling like that I would go to great efforts to make a nice meal for people. It'd be tasty and enjoyable and have lots of variety. But it's taken me a lot of years of practice and kind of consciousness about feeding myself the way I would feed somebody else. I see so many of us fall into that habit. And I think a lot of it's learned, like, especially if you are feeding, honestly, a family, or you have other people that you are regularly taking care of. It's way easier to make sure everybody else's needs are taken care of first with food, and then yours kind of comes second. And, part of the intuitive eating process, it really forces you to, if you want to get out of the neuro programming of restrictive eating, to get out of that diet mindset, to clean up any deprivation driven eating or good or bad food, you have to actually provide yourself with the food that you want. And part of that is being willing to procure somehow, whether you cook it yourself, you get it out every day for a month if that's what helps you, but making sure that you have a meal that you would look forward to eating. Because I kind of always use the guest test. If you wouldn't serve that to somebody, if it's kind of so thrown together, just out of like, well, I have to eat something, but it feels like it's too much effort for me to do it for myself, then we know that there's a level of, honestly, some kind of level of unworthiness being communicated. And so I think that's really important to recognize that. I mean, we've all done it. I've definitely had meals where it's like, I don't know, I want to cook. I'm eating nachos for dinner because I can melt cheese on some chips. That sounds easy. And we're probably going to have that happen at different points the rest of our life. That doesn't mean that you're not trying to be attuned or you have self-hatred or lack of worthiness going on all the time when you do that. Sometimes we're going to do that. But I think if it's consistently happening, if you look at your day and it feels like it's too hard to take a lunch break and go get something you would enjoy somewhere or pack a lunch that you would like, if it's habitual, that's where taking some time to journal, taking the risk to work with somebody to help you and understand the probably more subconscious function of that would be extremely helpful. So like I have, for example, a mother I've been working with for a little while, and she's very quick to provide for her kids. And she's done a lot of amazing work around slowing down enough in the mornings to check in with what she wanted, because that's really helped her basically, I don't know, gosh, in 6 months, get rid of all her deprivation-driven eating just from sitting down and actually eating a breakfast she wants, and then doing the same thing at lunch. And is she perfect? No, it's not been that long, and she's been struggling with these patterns most of her life. But a huge victory for her was stopping making her meals the scraps that were on her kids' plate. That's essentially what her breakfast and lunch were scraps from her kids' plates, not sitting down for her own plate, either what she had fed her kids or something else. And she didn't really recognize that was even something was happening. She was just so used to that, and so used to that kind of sacrificing complex, that just by recognizing it helped her immensely. So I encourage you to take a look at how you feed yourself. And it's not always the how of like hunger and fullness, but it's also the how of how do you come to your meals and how do you serve yourself. Hope this video was helpful. And I appreciate you all watching this and following my videos and blogs, and stay tuned. I've got some good stuff coming up for body image work, a really cool group that I'm going to be running probably at the end of August. So if you're interested, let me know. But anyway, Thank you so much. Take care.